Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again today. This session is to help people with arthritis. The poses will help mobilise and strengthen joints with a minimum of ups and downs from the floor. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to stand with feet hip width apart, shoulders relaxed. We're going to do a mountain pose with a twist. It's going to loosen up the shoulders, the elbows, the hips and the knees. So working very slowly from side to side. And release back to the front. Okay, now we're going to mobilise the shoulder joints. So we're going to do some shoulder circles. So we're going to bring the arms out in a loose fist. The thumbs can be facing up, facing down. Experiment with this, see which is most comfortable for you, but we're just going to make circles, so we're using those shoulder joints. As I say, by keeping your arms here, you're helping to strengthen them as well. And then back the other way. And then relax the arms down by your sides. Just do a few shoulder shrugs in between. Just let those arms hang and relax. And then we're going to do wrist circles to mobilise and strengthen the wrists. So again, a loose fist, arms slightly away from the body. We're just going to do wrist circles. And then back the other way. And again, just have a little shake in between. So we're really mobilising and loosening up all those joints and strengthening as well. Okay, we're going to do opening and closing of fists now. So we're going to bring the arms again out in front, and again a loose fist, and then as we inhale we're going to open out the fingers nice and wide, okay? And then as you exhale, grip, and then stretch, and then exhale and grip, and just keep going with the breath. Inhale and grip. A few more. Just one more. And release. And again, a few shoulder shrugs. And we're in hip width apart feet, so we're going to go into palm tree. Have a good stretch up. Take those hands up above your head. Stretch the fingers up again, really good for the finger joints and the ankles and the toes. Come up. Remember, it doesn't matter if you keep coming up and down. That's absolutely fine. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And we're going to lower down nice and slowly. As we bring the hands down, we're going to wiggle those fingers and hands. They're all nice and loose. And then we're going to do a pose against the wall, like a runner's stretch. By doing this, by loosening up the calf muscles, it's going to aid in your ankle mobility. So stand against the wall, about a foot away, so your hands are right in front of you. We're going to step the left foot back, so you can bend that right knee, so take that leg back as far as is comfortable for you. You're pushing on that wall and you're pushing back on that heel. So you're stretching out, as I say, just take the leg back until you feel as much stress on it as is good for you. Obviously, experiment with this. You may find that you prefer your leg closer. Just hold that to drive that heel down. Okay, and coming back, just take a breath in between before we do the other side. Okay, right leg back. So again, we're going to bend the opposite knee and then we're going to push and we're going to drive that heel away. I can take mine back a fair way, but you may find that you want yours a little closer. Make it work for you. Okay, and release. Okay, we're going to lie down now. Now I've brought some things with me, some props. You may not need the blankets, but you may do for cushioning the floor. But most of all, we're going to need the strap. You can also put the blankets either side for your knees, if you wish, as they come down when we do the windshield wipers. But we're going to start with, so we're just going to have that there. In the first pose, we don't need it. We're going to lie down and gently rock from side to side initially, and then we're going to make circles with the knees. Okay, so we're going to again mobilise the hips. So and then back the other way. As I say, you may want to put a blanket underneath you to cushion your lower back. Just do what works for you, as always. Okay, and then release, just release into corpse pose in between, just relax. Take a few breaths. And then we're going to use the strap. You can use a belt or a tie, whatever works for you. So we're going to start with bringing that knee up, and we're going to get this strap underneath the foot. So just below the ball of the foot is a good place. So first of all, we're going to do the hamstring stretch with this. So tighten the strap as much as is good for you. Now you may only be able to get your leg up that high, but do again what works for you. This is a lovely hamstring stretch. Just driving that leg up and using these straps to help you. And then we're going to place both straps in the one hand and lower that leg down slightly. Put your right arm out and just hold that firmly, and we're going to make circles. So again, this is to help with your hips. So we're going to and again, your foot may be lower down, you may find it more comfortable down there. Experiment, this is to help with your hip mobility. So we're going the other way now. And then we're going to release. And as I say, in between, just take a few breaths and relax. And then we'll do the other side. So bend the knee and pop that strap and the bottom of that foot, and again pull it up to wherever's comfortable for you, just relaxing the other leg. It's a lovely hamstring stretch. And then other side. So again, put the opposite hand out and get a good grip on that strap. And as I say, get the leg wherever is good for you. We're going to do circles. Sort of half a dozen, and then do them the other way. You'll come to know which of these stretches is targeting your particular issue and the ones you get the most benefit from. Okay, and release. So just relax in between, pop that strap down to the side. Now we're going to do bridge pose, which is again, it's going to help in the strength in your ankles. So feet hip width apart, knees bent, elbows down, so hands facing, palms facing in, hands facing up. So you're going to use those elbows to help lift your body. So nice big breath in, push down on the feet, curl the tailbone up, then use the elbows to lift yourself up. When you're up there, make sure you're not holding your breath. Squeeze the buttocks, pull your tummy in and hold for as long as is comfortable for you. And then slowly lowering down, and then bring those knees up and hug them in. Just get rid of any tension in that lower back. And we've got a couple more things to do before we finish this sequence. So we're going to do the windshield wipers again, which is fantastic for the hip mobility. So bringing those feet down, I want you to walk the feet to the outside of your mat, so until you feel the outside edge of your foot is on the edge of the mat. Extend your arms out to either side, and then take the right knee down to the right side, and so your left knee is coming down, so you can adjust those blankets. I don't really need them, but this is something that you can do if you wish. Right knee comes down onto the blanket, left knee comes down towards the right foot, and then one smooth movement. Inhale the legs up, exhale them down the other side, and just keep going with the breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. It's like an inner and outer hip rotation, so it's very good. Do it as slowly as is good for you. Listen to your body, and again, only come down to a point that's comfortable for you. Nice and slow with control. Just do one more set to the left, and then we're done with those. And that's the windshield wipers. And then we're going to bring the feet back together. So the knees are still bent. We're going to let the soles come together and come into reclined goddess. So we're going to let the knees drop down to either side. And then we're going to just bring the knees up again and then let them come back down. So we're just going to open and close the knees. Again, as slowly as is good for you. Inhale them together and then exhale as you relax them down. Just do a couple more. And then let your knees relax down to either side. You can leave your arms where they are, or you can clasp them above your head. Close your eyes in reclined goddess. Just let the weight of your knees draw you down. As I say, if you do find it uncomfortable, please feel free to put a blanket underneath you. Release your hands, use them to draw your knees together, and then hug them in, and just gently rock from side to side to get rid of any tension in your lower back. And then we're just going to lie down in corpse just for a few breaths, just to feel the stretches that we've done. Close your eyes, rest and restore. Then slowly bend the knees. Hug them in, just get rid of any tension in your lower back. Turn your head to the left to relax your neck. And take it slowly over to the right, still hugging those knees. Let your feet come down and then roll onto your right side. Just stay there for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. And then very slowly bring yourself up into easy pose. And again, feel free to pop a blanket underneath to ease those hip and knee joints. And we're done. So I recommend you do these poses a few times a week, making the most of, just see which ones are most effective in targeting your affected joints and do those. And that's it really. So thank you as always for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped your arthritis. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the like button if you like the video. And I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.